Welcome, everybody, to the Journeymen Lounge Podcast.
You better be praying to God because, you're 14 and losses in a row. You're going to need Jesus.
Am I wrong?
I thought you were pretty wrong, yeah.
Welcome, all you fans, to the Journeymen Lounge Podcast. I am your favorite host. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Don't take it too personal.
Let's take a poll.
One of
All right.
one of your hosts,
Comments.
Woj. To my right, we have,
You got Bobby.
We got Ryan.
and we have our guest of the evening,
Sergio.
Sergio. So Sergio is one of Ryan's old friends, one of my newer friends here. But we were playing basketball. Are you still rocking it up in the Thursday night league?
You know it. Solid 6 points a game
There you
and
go.
6
Hey, you're on the
assists.
board.
I was
On
going
the
to say
board.
you're an assist man. We know this.
Blue guy.
Diamond him in the post.
So, Serge, we always do this with new guests, though. Let's just go over really quick your affiliations with sports teams. Obviously, you got the Cubs hat on here.
So I'm a Chicago guy. Cubs, Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks.
Nice.
Before I used to be a hater of the Sox, but I'm more of a Chicago guy now, so it depends if I have a bet on them.
Sure.
I
Probably
gotcha.
not this year.
I was going to say bet against them.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a solid, I think, W right there.
And
Yeah.
then I went to FSU, Florida State. So
Hell yeah.
big
Dude,
Florida
we
State.
are going to definitely get a little bit more into colleges and stuff like that, I think, at some point.
What's FSU? That's fun.
Right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I
awesome.
think it's just we'll try and keep it to the major four, and stuff like that. But so Bears fans, we got to ask real quick, what's your just 2-second take on Caleb Williams? What you got?
Oh, man. Well, everyone's saying Caleb Williams is the next prodigy, right? So, got to hope. Well, look, we have a good cast around him, right? Keenan Williams, pretty old, but
Keenan Allen?
or Allen, yeah. Keenan Allen, pretty old, but
Hug that mic a
injury
little
prone. DeAndre Swift, you got to be
Well,
excited about him.
did you want them to draft a quarterback or did you want them to keep Fields?
No, I wanted to get rid of Fields.
All right.
I was I called the Fields when we drafted
He did.
Fields.
He
I
did.
called
He
Fields.
did.
What do
So
you
I
mean
knew
you
we were
called
gonna
him?
get
He said he
Elaborate.
wanted him. He's like, I hope the Bears get Fields. They should get Fields. Like,
Oh, you call okay. You
Yeah,
called
I
the draft
wanted
of him.
Justin Fields just because. Well, first off, Justin Fields was on that QB1 show on Netflix. You guys watch it at all?
No, I heard of it though.
In high school, right? He was huge in high school.
Hug
Went
that
to
mic just a
Georgia.
little bit up.
Went
There
to
you go.
Georgia. Went to Ohio State. But I was gonna say Ohio State quarterbacks never really work out, but then look at CJ Stroud, right? I mean, but look, Fields wasn't getting it, right? I just feel like he held the ball too long. Couldn't make the plays when he needed to as far as throwing the ball, trying to get the ball downfield. I mean, not that we really had. I mean, I guess we had DJ Moore, maybe not necessarily the best playmakers.
So you just thought though it's time for Fields to go, regardless of he doesn't have the best options around.
Yeah, I mean, he fumbled the ball too much,
Yes,
right?
very much
Couldn't
so.
hold the ball.
So
I
now
don't know.
we go into Caleb Williams. I mean, do you think he's the next second coming of Christ, or
Man,
that's a resounding yes?
how tall is he?
6
anyone
foot
know?
maybe?
6'1"?
6'1", yeah.
On the lower end.
On the
I mean,
lower
he's not
end,
a
right?
Doug Flutie, so, I mean.
Right. I mean, I guess we'll see, right? I mean, look, if there's going to be any year, this year might be the year, right? I mean, our division's not super great, I guess, other than the
I
Lions.
disagree. I think the NFC North
Oh,
is
Bobby's
looking
a
good.
Packers
I'm a
fan,
Packer fan,
yeah.
but
Oh.
Packers always do well. Detroit went to the playoffs.
Minnesota, we can all be in agreement though that
Minnesota's gonna be
Minnesota's
dog shit,
on the
yeah.
bottom of the barrel there.
Yes.
Look, Minnesota's trash. And then, okay.
Sorry, Kyle.
I don't even know why he's a Vikings fan.
Shout out Cal.
We know. We all don't. It's a mystery.
Let's talk about the Packers for a second.
2 seconds.
Oh.
Jordan Love is good, but if he keeps throwing the ball in the air like he did last year, where he just like tossed it up and somehow a receiver caught it somehow, some way, do you not agree with that?
No, okay.
There's a lot of prayers thrown
Yeah,
up
a lot
there.
of prayers thrown up there.
I don't mind. Okay, I don't mind taking risky throws because you look at Brett Favre. He's a gunslinger. He doesn't. I'm not sure he has the arm like Favre. I'd say definitely not.
No,
but
definitely not.
the first 8 games, call it breaking the mold or getting kind of the feel because all of 2 professional starts before that or something like that. He had only a small glimpse of what the NFL really had to offer, but I think he hit his stride mid-season. But we'll see. I'm hopeful. but resistant.
I'm just gonna kind of
Yep.
say that I think it's obviously with Caleb Williams, you don't know what's happening there because he hasn't played a fucking down. Jordan Love, I think this is like a crucial year of like make it or break it. You're going to see him actually succeed no matter who his receivers are because they really aren't the top.
And we got
notch.
Jacobs, which helps.
It helps a little bit, but I just would say that no, it definitely doesn't. What the fuck am I talking about? In terms of receivers?
I'm saying Jacobs in the backfield.
Yeah, okay, but I'm talking about receivers.
Oh, receivers, we got a
Love.
younger core, and
Either
they're always
way.
hurt.
I mean, again, this is the thing is that at least Serge, to me, I feel like you're kind of on the line right now with Caleb Williams. It's kind of like not your favorite absolute. You're all on board, but you're not.
It's the I've said it and he doesn't know, but I've said it's the pick we had to make. Like we had the first pick last year, we traded it worked out in our favor. How many times can you trade the number one pick and hope that you're gonna get this return?
And you have a Dunze too. Like you guys have such a core around
and he's
him.
supposed to be the guy. Well, he's got the keys to the kingdom. Let's see what he can do. You
All
know?
right,
There it is. Yep.
Ryan's expert take.
I would say this is the first time the Bears have made a pick that finally made sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
We didn't pick, I don't know,
Mitch
some guy-
Trubisky.
Yeah, we didn't pick some guy from like Purdue,
Yeah,
or I don't know, just some random school in the Midwest. And it's like, why are we doing this right now?
I got you. Yeah, the Bears again. We're definitely on the uptick. We're gonna see what happens. Obviously, the people out there know that the fantasy aspect will take kind of over in the football season. Serge is in one of our leagues together, me and Ryan's. So we definitely have to have you on to give some of that more expert. I would say shit talk. I mean, you don't really shit talk, but like just in general, like I like shit talking about the league. And like, look at this what fucking idiot did over here.
Yeah, way to bench 30 points or something like that.
Dummy. But yeah, we'll for sure have you on. So let's kind of move along here. I just want to again, the Celtics won the championship.
We
called it again. We knew
I called it in 5. I was like,
we knew that this was just going to be an ass kicking. I mean, Serge, did you think anything other than Celtics rolling?
Oh, no way. I mean, look, first off, Drew Holiday already is like, I mean, you're going to have Drew Holiday. He's guarding Kyrie Irving. I mean, that's already locked down. As soon as the Bucks got rid of him, you already knew that was a mess for Milwaukee. But for Boston, they're such a deep team. There's no way that the Mavs were going to do anything against Boston. First off, it's Kyrie was going back to Boston, right? He's already hated in Boston. But, I mean, they had everything you needed, right? Shooters, Tatum.
They had somewhat big men, but guys who just could get rebounds like
Brown.
Horford.
Brown was big. No, but
Derek
I liked how
White.
Tatum created a lot of opportunities. He'd take it to the lane. He'd find the open guy. But he also had the ability, hey, double team, I'm going to slip right through, get a bucket.
Right. And especially because Luka Doncic and Kyrie
incredible,
Irving, they play so similar, right?
Said that before.
They're both trying to be playmakers, right? And they both want the ball in their hand, at pretty much, So, look, Kyrie Irving, you watch some of the series, right? Mavs against the Timberwolves, for example. I mean, he had to have some just crazy games for the Mavs to like take those games.
I really think that the Mavs just didn't belong there. There were other teams that definitely was more deserving this year, and to me the NBA officiating kind of really fucked that up. We've gone really far
you've
in
been
depth
deep
with it.
on the
Sir,
refs.
did you watch our last couple pods? I literally said the same thing. So
Yeah, you're hitting on a lot of the points that I think we're kind of
check.
seeing there.
No, I mean,
We got to recap.
I just feel
on
like
the-
we think alike. Ryan and I have known each other 22 years.
Oh,
so
shit,
pretty
nice.
much,
Your best friend since 8th grade.
Hell yeah,
grade,
dude.
That's wild.
Shout out.
So.
8th grade? No, I'm just kidding.
Shout
All
out,
right.
yeah.
So let's move it along here. NHL is going on. Again, we're not really going to talk about that too much. Edmonton won
made
a game.
game 6, yeah.
And I think
We shall see.
Okay. If they force a game 7, I think we'll do a little bit deeper of a dive on it. But for right now,
Right.
moving on. All right. So we have let's talk about the golf. Okay. So we've posted a couple things to Instagram today about our first annual Journeymen Lounge Podcast golf outing. Serge, we hope to get you on the next one. But let's just recap real quick, Bobby. You were the score master.
Just our team collectively, out of 4 of us, we were +1 if we chose each one's best score for that hole. Which out of 18, it wasn't bad. We had 4 chirps among the group.
I got 1.
Woj got 2. I got 1 as well. Sorry, Kyle. Kyle had a bunch of pars though.
He was right there.
He was right there. It was a fun, hot day, a little bit of a breeze, but
fuck out, man.
a more challenging course. This one is not a long course, but you can't miss.
It's narrow. Yeah,
Very narrow, but then everything was guarded with like those 8-foot sand traps. That's like, all right, welcome to the wall,
Yeah.
So, the golf outing, I think, was a resounding success, though. Just in terms of, like, I think, Ryan, you definitely played better on the back.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
It's your birthday,
You.
so,
Yeah,
like, also.
Thank you.
Birdie on your birthday, I said before, is pretty
I had
dope.
a shit front 9. I got a 54. It was not good. It was some bad holes. And then starting on the hole 8 of the front, I got a birdie on the par 3. And then just kept rolling that into the next back 9.
He dropped on a par 3. That one where he literally darted one within a foot.
60-degree wedge.
And he was like, 50 yards off the green, just put it right next to it.
I started using that in the sand, and I was making my irons, striking them better, and then taking a little off the drives. I shot a 43 on the back and a 54 in the front. So I could have got an 86 if I had shot the same on the front as it in the back. That'd have been sick. But a 97... I'll take it.
He'll take it.
So the last 2 rounds were 114s. So
Oh,
like a 20-stroke increase.
So, Serge, you're a golfer. We've golfed a couple of times here. What do you? The question that I've asked all the other guests and other hosts here is like, so if you're going on a golf course, you're getting ready to go. What are the 3 items that you kind of like? This is what makes a golf course. Could be.
You bring with you
alcohol, non-alcohol.
Oh no! Sorry, you said 3 items that you bring with you to a golf course. That it could be miscellaneous.
The others though, not like tees and golf balls and.
Like
bullshit.
I was like, I bring my speaker for music or like whatever.
Yeah, okay. So for me, definitely joints.
Yes, nice.
Okay.
I need to bring joints with me because I feel like, depending on how I'm golfing, I just need a joint, right?
Yeah.
Win or lose.
I'm not the greatest golfer either, so it makes it more pleasurable. Man, it's a good question. I feel like every time I do golf, I'm always with Ryan, so he does bring a speaker.
I feel like you brought yours before.
Yeah, and I used to bring mine as well, so I would say speaker.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm golfing by myself, you have to have tunes. And
Last one.
Man, for me, no. This one, Ryan, I think we'll laugh at.
Is that what you said?
He burns
a Snickers. I need a Snickers.
Yeah, he does need a Snickers.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
You can't wait when you're hungry. You need a Snickers because when you smoke the joint. All right, you're a couple holes in, you get hungry.
You love your chocolate.
I love chocolate.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a great add-on.
I mean, dude, yes, the Snickers, I'd say a candy of some sort, but Snickers, to me, Snickers number 1.
I'll take a Kit Kat. I like a Kit Kat.
All right.
Yeah. But let me tell you something. One other thing. I have a cooler bag. So you got to keep the Snickers in the cooler bag so it doesn't melt. Because on a day like today, Snickers only last.
Oh yeah, it was rough. It got really hot.
Yeah, today I had that water bottle that keeps it cold. That was clutch.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, today was this, it was a little sweaty. I will say that there, at least at times, there was some cloud cover, a little bit of breeze, so it wasn't
unbearable.
It made the back 9, I think, a little bit all right. Like it was still hot, but also we went to some Chinese food. Went to Chef Ping's.
Chef Ping's, loved it.
Serge knows all about Chef. We found it together actually.
Yes, we discovered Chef Ping's, and I've actually brought my fiance and my daughter there, and everyone knows about Chef Ping's.
Shout out Chef Ping on was that New
Rolling Meadows,
New Wilkie, and
New Wilkie,
whatever that other street is. I don't know. It's right next to Arlington Lakes Golf Course. That's why we went there. We were gonna go to like a Mexican restaurant, and they were closed or something, and then we were like, we looked like 2 doors over. We're like, oh, Chef Ping, that'll be pretty good. And then we're like, yeah, it looks like a lot of people are here, and like we went in and we were like blown away.
Sold.
Yeah.
I mean, again, shout out. We'll for sure we're gonna shout out this fucking
Mongolian chicken
little place to our 69 subscribers. We have 69.
Yeah, 69. All
whoever
right.
you are.
Mongolian chicken, but make sure that the Coke has the right fizz because today was not working.
Yeah, I got all fucking soda water, man.
They didn't change out their syrups.
I was so
whatever.
fucking thirsty. I gotta be honest. I did not notice till the end, and then when Woj said it, I was like, you know what? You're right, man. I'm usually on that shit, but I was just so fucking thirsty and hungry. I didn't care.
It's all right, man. That's why I'm here. That's my G. All right. So again, Serge, when we get you on in the next outing, We like to kind of. I think the next time we're gonna maybe try and do a little pod before maybe, but we were clipping stuff on the course and fucking now we have a nice little wrap up to it. But dude, golf is the fucking tits. What can I say?
Yeah, I'll be there.
For sure. Like, and we were thinking like Kyle took the day off us, but if Kyle obviously couldn't go, you were like, you're going. Like, it ain't even a question.
Yeah.
I
want to golf. Actually, have not golfed all year.
I've been waiting to golf. I said, I tried you like you said you had all the graduation thing.
I've been busy, not to go on a tangent.
Yeah.
Busy dude.
Came back from Cancun.
Whenever you're ready, one of these weeks.
All inclusive.
All inclusive. Yeah. You can eat, all you can drink.
Is that with you, the wife or the fiance and the daughter?
Yeah, it was actually my mom's 60th birthday.
Okay.
My daughter's graduation.
Hell yeah.
My cousin went.
Where'd she graduate?
She graduated high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's going to U of I next year. So
Damn.
She's smart. U of I. Okay.
Out. Dude, that's awesome. In terms of, you're busy for a great reason. You're fucking all cool shit.
That's awesome.
So again, we'll get you out. We'll do a little bit of potting. Have a good time. Do it up. But let's switch gears here. Let's get into the album review. This was whose pick this?
This is me.
Bobby, what'd you got?
Yeah, all right. So reviewing this, we got the Red Hot Chili Peppers' Greatest Hits, their 2003 album, which is produced by Warner Brothers. That's their second Greatest Hits album. This band has been together since 1982. I did a little homework. Anthony, and I'll pronounce his last name wrong.
Kiedis.
Anthony Kiedis, John Frusciante, thank you, Flea. And you got Chad Smith and a bunch of other folks that came into the band, Dave Navarro for some time. But one of the original lead guitarists, Halil Slavic, he passed away in narcotics, which is sad early on because these guys basically were, together since like high school. So like imagine a high school band. That
heroin overdose or something?
Yeah, right. So. And like I said, there's been a slew of other musicians, but those are the main ones right there. Jack Irons on drums, and then Chad Smith came in a little bit later.
Okay.
So
little background.
The main four is Kiedis, Flea, Frusciante, and Chad Smith. When you think of
when they've been big, those are the four.
Dave Navarro replaced Frusciante for a little bit. He's come and gone from the band a few times, but when he's in, he's prime time.
They're touring again. They have a tour going in 2024. So if you guys want to see Red Hot Chili Peppers, they're still around. They're still pumping out the good jams. Now I'm gonna go through real quick.
Well, I was gonna say, Bobby, do you want to know like our experience with the band or all?
No, let me get through the tracks, and then I will say, hey, when was the first time you listened to some of these?
Sure.
What was your first?
Sure.
So these tracks, like I said, they're all the greatest hits. So I guarantee you've heard all of them. Maybe one or two that you might not have. But
I think the back half.
Back half has a few. Back half has a few that we might. But Under the Bridge, Give It Away, Californication, Scar Tissue, Soul to Squeeze, Other Side, Suck My Kiss, By the Way, Parallel Universe, Breaking the Girl, My Friends, Higher Ground, Universally Speaking, Road Trippin', Fortune Faded, and Save the Population. Now, like you said, some of the back half of that, a little bit more obscure, not to say the talent or the value's not there, but all right, guys, just saying the tracks, when was the first time you've heard or I guess introduced to Red Hot Chili Peppers, and what was your take on their alternative rock style?
All right, can I start?
Yeah,
go ahead.
So I'm pretty sure I know I heard him when I was younger, and I don't know if it was my former best friend in elementary school or just on the radio, but he was super into them. This guy, Derek Korbecki, went to elementary school with me. We were like best friends till he moved away.
Shout out.
Derek Korbecki, shout out.
If you're listening.
He was super into them. He got me into them. And then, I've always been into them since I was like, 7, 8. Like, love the Chili Peppers. Big fan. Owned like a few of their albums. And when I was like 7th grade, got the one with like Can't Stop, Zephyr Song, and, all those. Great band. Love them.
I would just say that because the band was, I'd say, probably more popular or as popular when I was like an infant and fucking young as shit. I mean, it's again just coming to music age of like when you can pick your own shit. Probably like early 2000s. I think. What's the one? Stadium Arcadium.
That was like later, but yeah.
Like is that Californication came out? I think right in your heyday.
Californication came out in like 99, 2000.
Okay, so yeah, right, probably that, and then the Stadium Arcadium is the other one, the other album in early 2000s, right?
That's
after,
later.
yeah.
That's like 2000.
That's a few after, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's 6. I would say again, like more of like in that general
That's
range.
like when I was in like high school.
I would fucking like listen to that shit. I mean, again, not like really crazy because again, they're an older band than I am, so it's like.
And those songs aren't on this. This came out before that came out, just for reference for people.
Okay.
Yeah, this dropped November 18th, 2003. Yep.
September. Oh wait, no, November.
I'm sure those would have been on there. You would think.
All right, Serge, what you got? When you get introduced to the Chili Peppers?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't later for me.
Hold that mic up a little bit.
Until probably, I would say junior high. Probably around when I met Ryan. I mean, I probably heard the Peppers, but when I think of Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think of I have LimeWire and I'm downloading MP3
nostalgia.
songs.
Let's go.
I had like my Philips MP3 player,
I
and I'm
remember
like
that thing.
riding with my headset
Yes.
with Peppers on. But yeah, I mean, that's probably the first time I was really listening to them. And all of those songs, right? Under the Bridge, Californication.
Yeah, all of them.
What's the other one that's not on there that starts with an S? It's like Snow.
Snow Hey-O.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is that
That was later.
That was after, yeah.
Stadium
That was later,
Arcadium,
right?
or-
Yeah.
Well, can I just talk about the glaring missing?
Okay, yeah,
song?
this is something that's been bugging me for a week.
Okay.
Go ahead.
They don't have "Can't Stop" or "Zephyr Song" on this, and they have like these other 6 songs like "Universally Speaking" and "My Friends" and all these. How do you not have "Can't Stop" and they were all singles from the album previously released before this album, like with what's it called? With "By the Way." Those are the other 2 singles, and "Can't Stop" is arguably one of their biggest songs.
It's immediately recognizable right out of the gate.
Arguably, it's like my favorite Chili Peppers song, and just the fact that it's not on this album, both those songs, and these other ones are, makes 0 sense to me. Like,
Yeah, I could see that.
I think it's fine if you want to include
He's picking a bone. Warner Brothers, you totally
some
messed
of these
up.
songs, but you fucked up. How do you not have the songs? They were around. They were there. They were popular. You know it. It doesn't make any sense.
I love it. I love the passion.
Because it's a glaring omission. Every time you listen to the album, you're like, oh, I can't wait for "Can't Stop" or "Zephyr Song." And it's like, no. Where is it? It makes no sense. I love the Chili Peppers. They fucked it up, though.
I definitely agree. It's just like you can't forget
Hold on,
those
I'm
two.
going to bring us through nostalgia. For me, and I know you guys watched this when we were in high school or maybe going into high school. Red Hot Chili Peppers, for me, is like that was kind of like the pool days, like in middle school,
absolutely,
going into high
dude.
school. But I remember watching MTV. They hosted and they starred in a lot of those spring break, and you had Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I'll give Anthony, and I'm going to pronounce his last name wrong, Kiedis. What a showman! Like, I mean, the guy goes.
Yeah.
Incredible voice, but that guy is a hell of a showman. And yeah, Flea, they really bring you in, and
He slaps some bass.
He slaps some bass. No, but they really bring you in.
Wait, Flea, oh yeah, Flea does. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but they bring you in, and I just love the engagement that they have with the audience. It seems like if you ever get to a Red Hot, Chili Peppers concert, I think you're going to enjoy, minute 1 to minute, whenever
I feel
they
like,
finish.
like a lot of people either love them or like hate on them, like because they think all their songs about California, and a lot of them are, to be fair. But
To be fair.
if you've been to California, you'd understand. It's fucking awesome. So, and also, I think that some people don't give them enough credit for their sound. Like they've been around since the late '80s.
Yeah.
And been popular since the early '90s, since Blood Sugar, Sex, Sweat, Sex. Their one album with "Suck My Kiss" and "Under the Bridge." They're one of the best bands, and they have like Anthony Kiedis may not like I don't know if he has the best voice, but he has a unique voice. I love the way he sings. Like he kind of like doesn't go too much, but just enough where it's like comfortable in his range, and I think it works really well. Especially with their like funky,
their styling, yeah, and like I said, it was
and-
something
yeah.
different. I mean, they came out, they had their own kind of funk flair, and like I said, that whole memorabilia kicking on MTV in the morning, and then you'd have have
Right.
Red Hot.
It's like
I think Red Hot was standard
It's like you
for
said.
like a decade of seeing them
I
on
believe
the charts.
Californication came out when I was like 10, 99, and like there's so many bangers on there. They just blew up, you said, Californication, Other Side, Scar Tissue.
Everyone knows
like,
Scar Tissue.
So good, unbelievable.
Yes, we are fans.
All right,
So,
go ahead.
I mean, Bobby, this is your.
Yeah, I say
I
Bobby.
know.
pick,
You
so-
jumped though.
Bobby, do you want us to give you like our favorite like top 3?
Let me explain to him
or-
real quick about we have an A and B. Like I guess you can't really apply
No,
a
no,
B
no,
to
no, no,
this.
no. I have to veto. We
Veto?
can't do A,
Alright.
B because
Not
it's
on
a-
greatest hits.
But it's
Yeah.
because it's the greatest hits, so that
Well,
I just want to give him a loose background. Usually when we bring an album on that's not a greatest hits, A side, B side, we kind of give, like, hey, what's your kind of low-key favorite track? But in this one, it's greatest hits. I want to just kind of bring it out to you guys, impressions. Go through maybe your top 3 on this album that really just speak to
let's
you.
do top 3.
Who start me?
Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
Ryan, you can go.
You're eager. I
I
love
love it. Scar Tissue.
Okay.
My favorite. Arguably my favorite. It's either this or Can't Stop for my favorite Chili Pepper song overall. But
stick to the
on this
album.
album, Scar Tissue, 100%. Then I'd probably go Other Side. And then, man, it's tough.
You got to fuck one, marry one, kill one. Go.
Go.
I'd probably go Soul to Squeeze. I really
All
like
right.
I really like
I like that.
one.
That's a good selection. Serge, what are your
Sergio.
thoughts? Yeah, let's get
Sergio.
So I think the first one has to be Californication.
My
I feel
man.
like
Great
that
one.
That's just classic Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
I think the next one for me has to be Under the Bridge, just because, if I'm not mistaken, they were in Guitar Hero 2. And I
Oh, we
Yeah.
played Guitar Hero for
yeah, and I had that in
hours on
college,
that.
and I used to rock it all the time. And then probably Scar Tissue would be my next one. Scar Tissue.
All right, what would you want to curl around?
Sergio, you
Great
beautiful
pick.
bitch.
Yeah.
Same. Literally
Literally,
not
1, 2,
even
3.
not even a fucking difference there.
All right, for me, Californication and Give It Away. I really like that
That's
one.
I was close to picking that, Bobby. That's a
And
good one.
Parallel Universe for me is the number 3.
I do like that. I was gonna say if we did have B's, that would be like one of
B-side
my
for sure.
B number one.
Suck My Kiss is also on that B as well as.
to me, it's not.
By
not
the
that.
way, I like that. That's a more of a chill vibe.
I like By the
There's
Way, I love it.
this whole album definitely, has chill vibes. But one thing I enjoyed about this band in particular, they usually start off a song with some, really cool, really awesome like guitar or bass, just kind of strum to get things going. It's not like vocals right out of the gate. So that's something I just picked up on when I was listening to all these tracks. I'm like, this is kind of cool.
I think they're really good at like really chill songs with like a good like laid back feel or like pump up like funk like upbeat
Yeah.
like
a lot of funk influence
like the
for sure.
like you said like Give It Away and also their version of
Well, Suck My Kiss is pretty much in your face about it.
their
too,
version their cover of Stevie Wonder's Higher Ground.
Yeah, that was good.
Fucking awesome.
Good
Those are
rendition.
Real good pump up Chili Pepper songs. If you want more chill shit, said like Scar
Road
Tissue
Trippin',
or
yeah.
you see Road Trippin', Soul Squeeze.
Yeah, I just would say that the bass line really in those on pretty much every song.
Flea does a fucking
But I think
banger
obviously
job.
it's more in like the writing of like they are putting in a heavy influence on the bass, just the same way as kind of like I could compare them to Rush a little bit in that like it's very heavy bass, but then they do other things well on top of it, whether it's vocals
Yeah.
or fucking
And-
guitar, drums, and shit like
And
that.
say what you will about the Chili Peppers if you like them or not. I feel like they got their own sound and like they're unique in that
Without a
in
doubt.
that stance. Where it's like when you hear them, what they sound like. If you like them or not, whatever. Like they've been like I said, they've been around for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
I call it almost Beach Boys with testosterone, like a harder, kind of punch to the face. I mean, call that because they're both California. I don't know.
I got you. All right, so Bobby, what's the next category?
Next category, which ones didn't quite hit the mark? Which ones, I guess, like we already know yours, what could have been on there that should have been on there. But like for you, I'm just going to skip it or pass, or it just doesn't do much for me. So, Serge, you can get us started let's give him some.
Let me look at the.
All right, while Serge is looking that up, I'll just tell
All
you.
right, well, whoa.
10 through 16. Get it out of here.
Right, exactly.
The bottom
dude,
six.
they do.
To me,
I
let
got
me
you.
just explain. The bottom 6 to me are just kind of like, okay, it's I get that they're hits. Like I do somewhat enjoy maybe parts of them, but overall, I'm just like I could do without them.
Up until, by the way, it's a perfect game. It's a perfect game. And then after that, they have Breaking the Girl and My Friends, and then it goes to Higher Ground, and then it has all these last 4 that are just not as well known unless you got the albums. Again, if you're calling this a greatest hit CD, those are not greatest
Here we go,
hits.
yeah.
No, I agree with that.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. Like Beatles number 1s, and then you have like their number 10 track. what?
Yeah, I don't even know I actually heard some of these songs.
And they're supposed to be greatest hits.
And that's supposed to be the test, right? He wasn't prepared for this. It's the greatest hits. He knows the Chili Peppers, but he's never heard these songs.
Right. And
how is it on the album?
All right, to at least peel back a little bit of the hate, Fortune Faded and Universally Speaking, I think have a good run, good beat. I think you guys kind of shit on them, but Breaking the Girl and My Friends, pass.
I was gonna say no. I like Universally Speaking actually. And
that's what I'm saying. But he's like the bottom six.
I just again, they're not. What Serge is saying.
Save the Population too is just
My Friends is decent, and
but
it's like it's decent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I think we're pretty much in the same ballpark of if it is going to be a greatest hits album, they should include the greatest hits from those.
You have 7 tracks nobody
albums.
knows, and you leave off those 2. It makes no sense.
And I think Woj would say he's a big flow for any type of album. I'm not sure this one. It comes out very great. But they didn't stagger. They didn't stagger in some of the better ones.
But even to me, you can't do it necessarily on a greatest hits because they should be amazing in their own right. But then I don't think you Under the Bridge is such a slow but sweet song.
We were just talking about this outside. It's funny that Bobby brought that up. I was like, the order I think could be different, and he said it didn't matter. I disagree. I think I think just because it's greatest hits doesn't mean you can't arrange it in a pleasant.
I mean, yes, obviously you're correct in that, but I just think at the end of the day that you're having so many good songs that again, the flow of it in my perspective of an album, just a random album, is that it either has a curve like this where it goes up, starts
like a
slow,
build
and
here,
then
a taper
or
off. Yeah.
you fucking wait until the end and then you fucking you go fucking crazy.
Hockey sticks.
I just have one note. I would just say
one last note
just flip the first 2. Start with Give It Away. That opens the album. It's a banger.
You're right. I can see that.
And then Under the Bridge, slow it
up a bit.
And then you go to Californication and whatever else, and then that's fine. Also, they should have included Around the World. That's a great song too. It's not on there.
I definitely agree.
All right. Who's got our next album? That was a good. That was a good cap on this one. This is Red Hot Chili Peppers. I hope you guys.
That was fucking awesome. I have the CD in my car. Been banging all week.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to do.
You guys have been great with the choices. I love when I have the actual CD, so I can just do it.
Just driving
all
around
the time.
and just jamming and listening.
That to me is the best way to listen to an album. That's how we used to when we would get new albums. Does it bang in the car? Does it sound good? If it doesn't, then it's not.
It doesn't
right,
meet that standard.
It's a good barometer there.
Are you guys? So you're choosing the album on the week prior?
Yeah,
right,
we choose.
so
we tease it.
Okay.
And then the next time we bring people in.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we probably could have given you a little bit of a heads up, Serge. But again,
it's okay,
I like the litmus test.
Is Serge coming back next week? Are you coming back next?
I mean, we'll have to figure out schedules.
If you have me back
on. I'm just saying.
Depends when it is.
Because I'm picking the movie, and it might influence my choice to pick a movie that we both like.
So this is what I would say is just we haven't figured out scheduling with that yet. So let's pick a movie regardless, and then if Serge can make it back, hell yeah.
No, I will, but it just make me more incentive maybe to one that we have a history
more
with.
incentive. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna go with Outkast Stankonia.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Good choice, bro.
So we're gonna leave it here though. All right, we're gonna come back. We're gonna do the Happy Gilmore movie review.
Can't fucking wait.
It's gonna be dope. And so we'll be back at you, Journeymen Lounge Podcast. See you in a bit. Peace. All right, welcome everybody back to the Journeymen Lounge Podcast. We're just getting right into it. We're going into the Happy Gilmore movie review, but Bobby wants to mention some golf news.
Oh, Bryson DeChambeau, 2-time USGA winner. So very excited about that. Rory kind of drops the ball again on the last.
What was that
stretch.
little laugh, dude?
Well, no, I feel bad because there's going to be a meme about him basically sitting in this one room watching Chambeau sink the putt, to basically axe him.
I saw that, yeah.
And he's just grabs his jacket or whatever and just walks out.
What's he supposed to be happy?
No, I get that, but it's just
happy?
This is Rory's thing. He always gets himself in a position doing great, and then back nine on round 4 just.
No, for sure.
He's gotten second too many times. I feel for him though.
I was just gonna say I don't blame him for being
pissed. I'd be pissed too.
I mean, obviously good. I'm sure he's not like hating on the guy, but he's like, damn, I wanted to win.
We're excited to see Bryson do it. So yeah.
I mean, you can keep those feelings to yourself. I don't really actually. I'm just kidding. I don't give a shit.
This
if
guy
Bryson,
averages 340 on his drive.
Like,
that's incredible.
That's insane.
Good for you.
Gold jacket, green jacket.
I mean,
who gives a shit?
Really, I mean, that's kind of like I don't have a favorite golf. Like my favorite golfer at a time was Tiger Woods, and then after that, I'm
Understandable.
like, I don't have a favorite. It's it's it. It's like the same thing with like Michael Jordan. Like you can't go off on Michael Jordan. In my mind.
All right, let's bring it in then. Here we go.
So hold on, real quick before I do that, Serge, do you pay attention to the like golf tournaments really, or like what's your feeling about golf on TV?
I mean, if I'm paying attention to golf, it's because I'm betting. And let me say, Victor Hovland won me a bunch of money. I actually was with Ryan. Didn't I bet on Phil Mickelson? But I only bet $20 when he ended up winning the. What's Phil Mickelson? What's the last biggest tournament Phil Mickelson won?
Don't know.
He just won it. Everyone was surprised. He's a huge betting underdog.
I don't know, dude.
It wasn't the Masters.
It was
You bet.
the U.S. Open maybe or something
maybe
like
it was
that.
U.S. Open. He ended up winning the U.S. Open, and I won like $2,500 on
Off
that.
a $20 bet? That's incredible.
Damn.
But some guy pulled up in a golf cart and was like crying because he had bet like, I don't know, like $100 or $500 on Phil Mickelson. He ended up winning like $26,000.
Oh shit!
I'm like, holy shit! Now my bet seems like shit.
No,
Who
but
cares?
like
You still win $2,000. Kiss my ass.
suck my kiss. Yeah, no, I mean, we wanted to mention it. We forgot in the first part about the good job, Bryson. Who cares? All right, so
That's our golf recap.
Yeah, golf
there you
recap.
go.
Done.
Who gives a shit, Ollie? All right, moving on. All right.
Thanks, Ollie.
Happy Gilmore review. This was my pick. It's a dope pick already.
Fuck yeah.
So we just went golfing, and it kind of lined up, as Ryan was saying, perfectly with the fact that first Journeymen Lounge Podcast outing, then we fucking get Happy
We nailed
Gilmore.
it.
Well, and we went golfing, and then also being my birthday, this was like my favorite movie from when I was about 7 to 14 years old, and I knew every line, so that's just perfect.
This is right on par.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's the
Grey
shrimp?
Poupon.
Where's the
Golf
shrimp and
club.
caviar?
Golf club.
All right, so let's open it up real quick. How'd you guys come across this movie? I'll go first, real quick.
I'm excited.
I think I just simply, somebody rented this movie probably when it came out. This was 90?
I think 97. Is that
Shit,
right?
I probably should have looked that up. Fuck, doing really good work on the
Release
Journeymen
date
Lounge.
is February 96.
All right, so 96, I was 5. Like, I'm sure they didn't take a 5-year-old. Actually, maybe they took me to the movie theater, my parents, but, like, realistically, I probably saw this just, like, rental within the next couple of years. And it's funny from the get-go. Even as a fucking
Oh my god.
7-year-old kid to you're 32 years old, it fucking gets you right in the funny bone.
Yes.
All right, that was me.
Next. Want me to go?
Yep.
I'm champing here. I'm champing at the bit. Fuck. Okay. Happy Gilmore. Man, where do I begin? Okay. It was like my favorite movie from when I was like 7 to like 14, like basically to high school, and still among my favorites. We used to go to the video store with my dad, so I'm assuming he got me into it.
Family
probably.
Video?
No, this is where the Panera is now on Schaumburg Road and near Barrington Road, in the same parking lot as the Bank and Jewel and all that shit.
Yeah.
It used to be called Box Office Video.
What the? I do remember that.
remember that
shit.
one too. Yeah.
Oh,
My
hell
dad
yeah.
would take me once a week. I go to whole memory lane.
Dude,
I miss video stores. Going to the video store was fucking awesome. Anyway,
Dude, that was your Friday night. You were getting everything set up
It was
for
an
the
event.
weekend. Yeah.
And that's our
so
trip
I had
down
3
there.
movies I would get pretty much every time: Happy Gilmore, Ace Ventura, and The Mask. And these movies were in rotation for me every week. I love Happy Gilmore. It's one of my favorite.
I'm just
all-time
going to ask a simple question. Do you think not by renting them every week, you probably just could have bought them at some point?
Well, you know what? You should ask my dad that because he has.
Hindsight's always 20.
I was 7 years old, so
I'm
that
just saying,
wasn't up
if
to
my
me,
kid
bro.
keeps going like, what do you want to watch? The Mask. Like
Well,
8 times in a row. That's got to be like
I did eventually. I
$15.
did eventually, and I do still have the VHS of Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
So
Solid.
eventually, that did happen at some point. I don't know when. But I know that this movie's been in my life, my whole life, basically.
Okay. Serge, when'd you see it?
Ryan introduced me to Happy Gilmore.
Ah,
Of
Really?
course.
That's great.
I
Out
didn't
of
know
his
that.
apparently back-to-back weekends renting Happy Gilmore. He brought it over to my
Nice.
house.
That sounds
So
about
it,
I mean-
it checks with his story. That's
Yeah.
good. There's
lines
some.
up. I didn't know.
Happy
I didn't know
Gilmore,
that.
I'm kind of surprised you're not
amazing.
wearing a Happy Gilmore T-shirt right now, honestly.
I wish I had one.
Okay. Sorry,
Probably
Sergio.
could find one at Spencer's or something.
Guns don't kill people.
I killed it. So that was Serge, Ryan. Bobby, did you go yet?
No, not yet.
All right.
But like I said, I think this is 96, so I have older sisters, older siblings. I think I got introduced this when I was, probably around 9, 10. And fan favorite ever since. Love everything about it. Love the special cameo guests like Bob Barker. So, yeah, really exciting.
All right, I'm gonna go through just a couple of we'll do the scenes, favorite scenes. I'm just gonna limit it to kind of 2. So
That's
again, we
fair.
have 4 people. I'm sure we're gonna
damn.
knock
This is
all
tough.
of them out. I gotta say again, opening scene of the old school camcorder kind of grainy footage.
Yeah, combined with the montage of him using all the jobs using this shit.
I was a construction
Yeah.
worker.
So he goes through his him and his dad, and the dad gets killed by a fucking stray puck.
Yeah.
That one gets me fucking.
I was putting us there to do one thing: play hockey.
And then the other one for sure is the Bob Barker fight. I mean, the most iconic fight scene,
Oh my
a comedy
God.
fight scene I've ever seen.
So good.
One of the best.
You've had enough? No. Now you've had enough, bitch.
Bob Barker.
Let's
actually,
make a deal. It's the price is right.
He looks good. He's got a good fighter stance.
Yeah.
I think he was a military guy, but everything about it, he was throwing good
Look
jabs.
at
Military.
I think there's no way you could be this bad at professional golf as you were at hockey. I think you should be working at the snack bar.
All right, Bobby, throw out a couple.
Favorite scenes for me is when they go to the mini golf to work on his putting.
Oh, with the clown and shit.
Just everything
Oh
about
my
it. Love it. Because
God.
then he goes into his little dream world, like, hey, now putt. So that was kind of
His happy place.
Happy
Him
place,
not
yeah.
being able to get the thing in the clown's mouth the first couple times, and then he finally gets it in.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, like fuck you!" And it's like spits out.
Yeah.
You're gonna die, clown.
And then another one to compliment that, kind of on both humor scenes, is when he first realizes he knows how he could drive the ball that far. He's like, $20 says you can't put it past that ball. Crushes it, hits the dude, and then his wife is right there, hits another one.
Oh my God, okay.
Hits the wife from
That-
400 yards
that-
out, and
that-
then she falls out
Yes,
the window.
you hit that guy. You shouldn't have been standing there.
Should have been standing.
You're gonna pay for that.
All right, Ryan, what you got?
Okay, well,
Sorry.
Bobby took one of mine. I'm definitely gonna have the guy where you hit him and he says he shouldn't have been standing there.
Shouldn't have been standing there.
I'm gonna go with. Well, can we just include the whole Waterbury Open? Is that like one scene or like how we?
Yeah,
did?
pretty much.
Okay,
Yeah.
the whole Waterbury Open. The fucking pulls up with the limo. Must be Burt Reynolds or something. To get the David Hasselhoff in the sand joke.
This guy spends more time in the
The
sand
first
than
tee,
Ted
him getting
Hassel.
in the way. Mr. Lafferty's gonna tell you off.
Who the hell is Happy Gilmore?
Good luck. Get out of the way. And then
Where-
also.
Where were you on that one? dipshit?
Specifically, my favorite part of the Waterbury Open when he putts 8 times or whatever. He's like, "Yeah, it's about time." It is about time. I was trying to get in, I couldn't. I wanted to, and then he fucking punches the guy.
Sorry.
And he takes his shirt off as he punches him, and then just hands his shirt to the friend.
I got to take a quick tea. I literally, again, you should have seen this movie by now. It's Adam Sandler's fucking great. Quick synopsis, 2 second. Happy Gilmore is a guy attempting to play, I would assume, an amateur league hockey team.
Yeah.
And
Break out into the NHL.
He
That's the
believes
goal,
that he's
but
a hockey player. A professional golfer sees that he can hit the ball 400 yards. He does it as a fucking little bet.
like a novice,
Yeah, and then he ends up winning an Open, getting on the pro tour, and then he wins the money to get his grandmother's house back that's been repossessed. So 30-second fucking little pitch
Okay.
there, but
I got one more.
sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean, I fucking totally blanked it at the beginning.
That's okay.
My bad.
That is okay. Fuck.
All right,
There's so
Serge.
many scenes.
Yeah, Serge,
there,
go
there
while
are a
you-
lot of
while-
scenes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll just
Okay,
go.
go one more.
All of the scenes involving Ben Stiller as the orderly, with the grandma and
That's
like
great.
my fingers hurt and your back's gonna hurt. That and then can I get a warm glass of milk? All that
glass.
shit. You can get
Okay.
warm glass or shut the hell up. That whole shit is hysterical. I'll include those.
I love Ben Stiller.
All right, what about
All
you,
right,
Serge?
I have so many scenes. The scene in the beginning where he's like in his apartment and
Yes.
the
Oh,
girl leaves
yeah,
and
and
he's
he's
like,
his girlfriend
what's he
leaves
saying?
him,
What's
yeah.
he saying
Oh,
in
he's
the
like,
intercom?
he's like,
I wanna
kiss
you all over and over again.
Dun, 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 till my clothes easy.
The older lady. The older lady. You know,
The Asian lady. Can we back it up though? That scene's great, but before that, when she's like going down the thing, he's like, Terry, wait, Terry. She's like, there's only hockey. You're always talking about being a hockey player. There's only one problem. You're not any good. I am good. I seen them figure things when they suck. I'm sorry,
baby. I didn't mean to.
I'm just scared of being a nobody. Like that whole
There's
like
too many scenes.
Yeah.
And
the hockey tryout.
He starts making out.
Hockey
the-
tryout is
That's
fucking great. His goals regular
Wait,
season.
we picked you, didn't we? Happy, right? No, you
Well,
didn't.
Better luck next year.
I mean, the one scene.
No, that wasn't
The one
very-
scene in the batting cages where he goes to the batting
Training,
cages.
yeah.
He's just getting shot in the head.
Yeah.
Shot in the head.
364 more days till hockey
that hurt a little
season.
bit, that felt good.
And then that little kid goes in there and he gets hit by the ball and he's like, ugh.
And when the kid's seeing, he's like, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that, boy.
basically the fucking just him being the conversion from hockey player into golf player. at
Chubbs
that
Peterson.
beginning.
I mean, we haven't
So you're a
brought
hockey
Chubbs
player.
in yet.
You're gonna give that shit up. You're gonna concentrate on golf.
Also, we haven't brought in the best character, Shooter McGavin.
Shooter.
Yeah, Shooter McGavin.
All right, we're getting to it though. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Any
mean-
scene with fucking Shooter.
Wait,
yeah, I
let
mean,
me say,
again,
let me say one last scene. The one
go
where
ahead.
he's with Chubbs and he takes the driver and he hits his hand.
Yeah.
and it goes in the parking lot.
Real sturdy.
Real sturdy.
Semi truck.
Just crushes
Oh,
it.
all right, so
Isn't he
that-
trying to like?
Yeah,
trying to shake his
invisible
hand and then-
hands.
All right, see it. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that's great.
I think we have to. Again, the movie. Again,
my
this is
God.
one of the biggest recommendations I think the entire
Yes.
podcast can make here, in just terms of like, if you haven't seen it, go see it, because it's just a good old fashioned comedy here. I am just gonna we're gonna go one more round through because I feel like people got more scenes.
Sure.
I am gonna throw out in his happy place. Chubbs playing on the piano
Yeah.
when he's dead.
At the end, yeah. Don't worry,
Yeah,
Happy.
my hand
And he's
back.
playing the
Yeah.
piano like he does this and like, I'm all good, and then still playing. And then also in that they have a little person riding a tricycle and he's just waving.
And Grandma wins in the slots.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
the whole
it's
happy play sequence. And then also you gotta mention, dude, the endless love in the dark. It's like, it's one of those things where like, yeah, the romantic element of a movie is not super crucial to a comedy, but it's fucking still hilarious.
Julie Bowen looking fine in '96. She
Except for
still looks
salute
good.
Except for
you.
that 90s haircut. That's
Oh, whatever.
It's what
man.
I very.
Speed bump at
I'm
best.
just saying, she's still hot, but like she's hotter in Modern Family because of the hair. I feel like. You know,
No, I mean,
holding her back
dude,
a little.
I would take '96 Julie Bowen. You could take your, 2024.
Can we bring up this scene?
All right, we're going one through the gauntlet here.
Happy
What you
and
got?
Shooter trade insults at the bar, and they start.
That's a
running.
great scene.
It's like, you stay away or you'll pay.
Listen
I
to
can
what
make
I
things out of
say.
clay. I may lay by the bay.
Yeah,
I just may.
what do
do
you
you
say?
say? He breaks the beer bottle. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was looking for the half of this bottle. There's some of it. Oh, there's some over there. It's really good.
Mine, okay, quick scene
Say it
that I
on my
want
way.
to do is the putting advice by that other
Kevin
pro,
Nealon?
Kevin
Yeah,
Nealon.
I was gonna mention that.
So
It's like,
that just made me like, he wants to be home. So that whole
Everything's
sequence.
circle,
Like,
circular.
harness the energy,
Black out the bed.
Harness energy,
block.
block
Mario,
bed.
when Happy goes up and down and around.
Doing the happy
Feel the
dance,
flow.
feeling
His
the
bags
flow.
are packed. He's got his ticket.
Doing the
Send
pole
him
dance.
home. Send him home. He too good for you.
Yeah. Pew, piece of
That's
shit.
All right,
That's a little later that one.
Same tournament though.
Right, same tournament. So I think we've sufficed scenes.
We got pretty much
Yeah,
Everything
keep
else-
going on and on. It's the whole movie.
at this point, yeah, you're gonna go to the whole bit. Let's switch real quick to soundtrack. Okay, so I'm just gonna start it off though that I do just enjoy movies in general that use one song kind of like throughout and they bring it back at the end. They obviously did this in this one with Tuesday's Gone. Such a
Yes.
fucking solid song in general, and then again they used it correctly. I feel like in this movie, but throw out some other ones, guys.
I
That you
love the one song. I think it's called "Happy Day." Happy Day when they're at the
Yeah.
mini golf. Da.
Oh yeah.
That song is fucking perfect.
I mean, I also obviously "Endless Love." There is, again, I think it's fun. "Kiss You All Over."
Oh,
They
yeah.
like play it for like 2 seconds. I think they could have done a little bit better there.
It's magic.
"It's Magic" is great.
Jump around.
Jump around.
House of
Yeah,
Pain.
that was a great montage. I think that's when he was improving.
Obviously,
Yeah.
you said Endless Love.
Yeah. They got Carry On My Wayward Son in there, which is
Yes.
fucking
Kansas.
dope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kansas
That's
was
a great
dope.
one, yeah.
I think it's like I said, back to that one Happy song. I think it's funny they found that for this movie, and it's like it just worked perfectly
It
for the
did.
scene. I don't know where they found that shit.
And Tuesday's Gone. The moment I hear that, I think of
Yeah,
Happy Gilmore.
we
Like,
discussed that.
It
It
is
is
synonymous.
yes, it
at
is
this point.
exactly. I 100%. You think of the opening credits or the end credits of, and
done.
you just see it in your head exactly.
All right. So, I mean, again, I just think in reality, any Adam Sandler movie that we've done, soundtrack's banging. It's fucking really good. Serge, anything on soundtrack? Anything sticks out?
I mean, Carry On My Wayward Son.
Yeah.
That is a solid track.
I like all of them.
yeah.
Yeah. The solid soundtrack on this. All right. So, moving into cast, we're just going to do, I just want to do a couple quick, like, shout outs. It kind of like will bleed into that guy type of
Okay.
thing. I mean, just in terms of like, obviously, again, we have Happy Gilmore as kind of like it's the same thing that we've done before. Is like, he is obviously the best. So
Sure.
take him out of the equation.
That's
Who you got?
There's no question. It's Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin for Ryan.
Dude, he's as good as Happy in this movie. He's phenomenal. Christopher McDonald, he's so good. Like, he has so many lines. Like, he really, like, he's believable as a golfer. And, like, he if you guys didn't know, he came up with the whole Shooter thing.
Shooter.
Like, he said his name was Shooter in the script, and he had no idea why. And he just started doing that. And that's fucking part of the movie. And, like,
Wow, I didn't know that.
all this shit, like, just one of the best movie villains of all time.
I literally had that written down.
Antagonist.
One of the best movie
And it
villains.
took some convincing for Christopher to come onto
Yeah.
the project. And then
Yeah.
eventually he called Adam Sandler. He's like, you know what? I'm in. Let's go.
Fuck
Let's run
it.
it.
Equally funny and an asshole. Like, it's so good.
Perfect. Love it.
Yeah, that's mine.
And teasing, they might have a Happy Gilmore 2 coming out. I would
I
love
saw
for-
that.
Hold
I
on,
saw that.
Hold
I
on,
saw
hold
that.
on, hold
I
on.
jumped the gun.
Hold on,
sorry.
Yeah,
stop.
wow.
Yeah, we gotta pause. We gotta finish with one thing before
You're right,
we move
sorry.
on to something else.
I was
here.
excited. That's
It's all good. I get it. You jumped the gun.
Carl Weathers would be mine.
Okay, I was gonna
Chubbs,
go with
fucking
Chubbs as well. I think Chubbs, you acting like a damn fool.
Yeah. It's like,
I like
Spoken like a true asshole.
The best is and they kicked me off the pro tour. Oh, I'm sorry,
so
because you're black.
black?
Hell no. Damn alligator bit my hand up. Oh my god.
I tore one of them bastards' eyes out.
So when he goes back to him, he's like, "You were wrong, or you were right. I was wrong. You were right. You're attractive. I'm not very good looking.
As long as you're willing to admit
I'll admit that now."
I think again in terms of Chubbs and like he's obviously the motivation for Happy to come back and win. I like the fact though that like Shooter's in it the entire time pretty much.
Sure.
I think he's a solid there. I think I'd be probably still
Yeah,
Chubbs
Shooter's,
and then Shooter.
Sure, Shooter's getting starters minutes, and Chubbs is coming off the bench.
Can we all
Right.
agree this is maybe a lower key, but funny as hell was when you get introduced to Chubbs. That's right. It's all in your head. Like, he's just sitting there reading a magazine. I was laughing my ass off. Then he's like, all right, $20 for anyone. I can put it over the highway. And like he perks up. And he's like, and then when Happy's taking a beating from that fucking baseball machine, hey, so you're a hockey player. You're going to give that shit up. You're going to
Good on,
concentrate
concentrate
on
on
golf.
golf.
And he's like, who the hell are you? You know?
And getting Carl Weathers, who's Apollo Creed, is one of the best
And he got
casting.
Predator.
I mean, that's
And I heard. I think they were supposed to get someone else, and they declined it, and they ended up getting Carl Weathers. I don't remember who.
R.I.P. Carl Weathers, man.
Phenomenal, like one of the
R.I.P.
best roles. So
for
funny.
sure. All right, Serge, what you got?
Well, I mean, you guys kind of convinced me of Carl Weathers, so I think I'm gonna have to go that way.
Jump
But
on the Carl Weathers
let
train.
me just give a quick shout out to the grandma.
Oh
Yes.
fuck yeah!
Yeah, the grandma's great. Didn't she have the kiss? The kiss
Yeah,
mask
the Gene
on in
Simmons
beginning?
mask.
Yeah, the Gene
Simmons
Simmons
and-
mask.
Frances
Yeah.
Bay. Frances Bay is a grandma.
She's also in Karate Kid and
Yeah, she's-
Seinfeld.
she's
She's the
in a bunch
Marble
of
Rye
shit.
lady.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I also will definitely give out though two kind of let's say honorable mentions here. Richard Keel. I mean, this guy's a funny
Jaws.
Jaws.
Yes.
As Mr. Larson and Bob Barker are like kind of my two shout-outs. Like they're
Yes.
only in basically one scene.
Yes.
And then in both of those scenes, I'm like, I quote these motherfuckers all the time. Such a great scene with both
wait,
of
who
them.
was-
Lee Trevino is in this too.
Who is who? Who's
Who's
that
the actor that was always screaming? You suck.
Joe Flaherty.
Joe Flaherty.
That is definitely a that guy.
He's a that. I
be
say
great.
he's got to be that guy if we're going into that, or the grandma, because of the thing I said I mentioned. She's in a bunch of shit. I think one of them.
Okay.
would
So
be mine
let's do a quick that guy, and then we'll go
Yeah.
into somebody you could have had a little bit more screen time.
Okay, I think those two are like the top. If you guys have any more,
I have
don't
another
know.
one.
Who's that?
The one of the movers. He's in a lot of
Will
other.
Sasso.
Yeah,
Thank you. Will
Sasso.
Sasso.
Will Sasso is
that guy.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I have him written down as well. Will Sasso definitely would be one of them. I would also go, Alan Covert, who is the caddy.
Sure.
He is hilarious. He didn't
yeah.
really speak that
Oh,
much,
yeah,
but
he's-
he's always funny.
Also,
as
What
hell.
a fun character.
Maybe
Great
you could
supporting.
go with Doug, who's Dennis Dugan. He directed some of Adam Sandler's later movies.
Oh, Doug, yeah, he's the commissioner, right?
He's a little bitch.
No, but I'm saying he's like, in his movies, like he's in Big Daddy, and he's in,
Right.
You're
he's
right.
in
He is.
everything.
He is
you know,
involved in
if
a lot
If
of.
you've seen the Adam Sandler movies, he's been in a few.
All right.
Yeah, I think
Who else hasn't gone for that guy?
we named them. I mean, I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
have any
no,
more.
I don't have any more.
Yeah.
No.
Nobody thought Julie Bowen could use some more. I could see Julie Bowen some
Oh,
more
are you
screen
just-
time.
Oh, we were.
Are we moving
I thought
to
we were just,
screen
yeah, I
time
thought we
now?
were just sticking with that guy. Sorry, I didn't know.
Sorry,
we
we
were
did
moving.
that guy.
Oh,
we're-
sorry.
we're
Okay,
talking
let's
about
move on
screen
to
time?
screen time.
More
Yeah.
screen time. Okay. that's
Okay,
different.
I wasn't saying
Oh.
Julie Bowen. I just threw it out as a suggestion. I was going to go with Ben Stiller. With
Yes,
hands
thank
down.
you.
Yes,
Yes.
Hands down.
Ben Stiller
Oh, how do we
is
not mention
amazing.
him also with fucking Shooter and Chubbs? Ben Stiller needs to be mentioned.
See, I don't. To me, he didn't have enough. He didn't have enough time.
No, but
Dude, he's fucking.
his presence when he was on camera was just incredible.
Amazing.
Him being
He-
the psycho orderly.
He played 12 minutes, put up 20 points, and got like 10 rebounds. He fucking lit it up. He's fucking doing work.
I mean, yes, he came in and he fucking obliterated it. It's if he hit a home run as a pinch hitter and he hit a 550-yard fucking bomb.
Yeah, like he
50 foot rather.
He came in the football game and caught 2 passes, both for touchdowns, 100 yards.
Good day. It's a good day. All right, so we're gonna just rapid fire through quotes here because again, we've mentioned a lot of them kind of in the first, but like there's so many first quotes like right off the bat. He's like, still hold 2 league records, most time spent in a penalty box, and I was the only one guy to ever try and take their skate off and try and stab somebody.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Are we going chronological or are we just going?
No, I
whatever?
just like
Okay.
there was a couple with that and the fact that he when he's talking about Mr. Larson fight, he's like, he got in a few lucky shots, but I feel like I won
I
the
won
fight.
the fight.
He got
Yeah.
some punches in.
Bandage thumb and like a black eye.
Just in like that little montage in the beginning.
Pretty good with the nail gun.
I just shut him out.
Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit? It'd be great if I get a Pepsi and Miss Diet.
Yeah, miss. Excuse me.
Okay, one of my. Damn you people, go back to your shanties. I always say you hit that guy.
Here's a free lesson.
Yeah, hit that guy. You should have been standing there. I mean, there's so many I could go all day.
Clown.
Who wants
Yeah.
to jump in?
Oh, who's laughing now, clown?
Just tap it in.
Yeah.
Give it a little tap it.
Tap it in.
Tap,
Yeah.
tap, tap.
Somebody.
Somebody.
Happy learned how to putt.
And then that guy he shot with the nail gun. You can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I had to hit it
Your
off
ball struck my foot.
Yeah.
I had it off of Frankenstein's fat foot.
Oh, you should play in the Waterbury Open tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I'll see you there.
But like as we were talking about Ben Stiller, you can trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you
that's
go to
it.
sleep or I'll
You can
put you to
trouble
sleep.
And then, of
Check the
course,
name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Grizzly
Oh.
Adams did have a beard.
fucking my fingers hurt. Oh, your fingers hurt?
Oh,
Well,
you
now
just
your
pulled
back's gonna hurt. You
landscaping
just pulled
duty.
landscaping duty. Anybody else's fingers hurt?
Everyone, yeah, years up. We're extending arts and crafts time by 4 hours
Yeah.
today.
Hey, dude, well, that's also something I just will mention real quick. I put Ben Stiller is running a side hustle out of the nursing home. He's talking to the guy on the phone. He's like, hey,
Handmade
Reggie,
quality quilts.
this is hand quality shit.
Golf requires 2 things: goofy pants
And
and
a
a fat
fat
ass.
ass.
You should talk to my neighbor, the accountant. Probably a great golfer. Huge ass.
One of my favorite ones is the commentators at the Waterbury. Who the hell
That
is
was
Happy
Happy
Gilmore?
Gilmore.
But
That's
then he's
Vern
like, on a
Lundquist.
par, on a par 4. Holy shit. And a great hit by
Wait, how
Happy
about this
Gilmore.
one with Gary Potter when he's like, oh yeah, a lot of pressure, got to rise above it.
Yeah.
Who is Gary Potter?
Yeah,
Kevin
Kevin
Nealon?
Nealon,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Here comes the putter throw.
Yeah. He's restrained himself.
I'll do one that I used today. Son of a bitch ball, why don't you just go home?
Yeah.
That's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. Suck my white ass ball.
one
Did
of my
anyone?
fa-
Oh, you go.
I was like, one of my favorites is the scene where he's talking to Doug. He's like, yeah, you know Happy Gilmore. I think I'm starting to come around. Yeah, me too. Well, I'm not,
Doug.
The other day,
He's destroyed golf.
I saw two fat bikers having sex at 17. How's the chip with that going on?
Yeah.
So good.
Well, dude, this is also I kind of noticed though, like because you lean shooter more, you definitely are throwing out more of the shooter quotes.
Take one more step, I'll burn the house down and I'll piss on the ashes.
Yeah.
But did you do shooter? I eat pieces of shit.
Oh,
for
no.
Oh, what a
breakfast?
great one.
You eat
You eat
pieces
piece of shit for breakfast?
No. How about, don't worry, Gilmore. Your grandma can live with me. She can be my maid. And he goes, hi, Grandma. I love what he says.
He does a great villain.
The
Great.
price is wrong, bitch.
Damn you people, this is golf, not a rock concert.
He's swinging the club around with a beach ball after he steps on it to pop it.
Choke on that, baby. I like saying that when you make a nice putt in the golf course.
What's this I heard you about breaking a rake on like 8 and then throwing it in the woods?
I didn't break it. It was broken already, and I placed it in the woods so it could be with his family.
At least I didn't punch anyone.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby.
Yeah. Of course, this guy spends more time in the sand than David Hasselhoff.
I like it just real quick in the endless love scene where he's like, "Holy shit! Talk about your all-time backfires when Virginia fucking makes it right in the net."
Yeah, dead nuts.
How about two cool ones? Mister, get me out of here.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. The
And
air
then,
conditioning.
I think I just
folks.
You know
killed-
that Mister? I think I just killed her.
Got a psycho person in the retirement home.
Yeah, spoiler alert. We were just ruining this whole movie. We could probably bring it front
No,
to back.
I already thought about it. I'm just gonna put a description of us just fucking quoting out.
Quoting out.
Graphic.
Just make sure I don't do anything stupid.
He's standing right in his way.
Get out of the way. Where are you on that one, dipshit?
The guy grabs his clubs though and immediately pushes him. He's ready to like in attack mode.
If I saw myself in clothes like that, I'd have to kick my own ass. That's a good one.
I just I love the Richard Keel though. Oh, good, you can count, and you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
Oh, how's it going with the nail? It's going good. It comes out next week. You can hardly see it.
Hey, no, he stole my jacket. And then he's running. I believe that's
Mr. Gilmore.
Yeah, that guy's
And then
great.
they catch up to him.
Oh man, I think we went through it. Like,
Yeah, we
I
did
think
them all.
we're pretty
Other
good.
than the hey jackass or you will not make this
if
putt.
we didn't cover it in this, we covered it in scenes. Like I think we've got
I think we got the whole fucking
Hey, but
movie.
there-
Just looking for the other half of this bottle.
You don't see any quotes in there for
yeah,
when he was trying to take the house from him. What
yeah.
did
You
say?
piss. I said, you take one
My
more
gr-
step, I'll burn the house
No,
down.
but my
piss on the
grandfather. No,
ashes.
you can't kick her out. My grandfather built this with his bare hands.
That's
No,
right, that's
how much
right.
does she owe? She owes the IRS 68. Like
275,000.
I usually paid her
Okay.
taxes in over 10 years. Grandma, why didn't you pay your taxes? I wanted to. I didn't have
just
any
didn't have
money.
the money.
You can't take her house. She's old. She's so old.
Too old. Stay out of my way or you'll pay. Listen to what I say. How about I eat some hay? I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may. What do you say? I think we got. Oh, we'll do one more that I fucking love here. Downhill and to the left? Nah, I just think that because you're
Yeah,
only
you
wearing
got
one
one
shoe.
Also, after he gets, he's like, Volkswagen.
Yeah.
And he says that.
Yeah, there's that little worm as he's pulling around.
He also calls Kevin Nealon. He turns away from me and goes, psycho.
I was gonna say, I know
Yeah,
we're
that's
past
great.
scenes, but I forgot to mention before, real quick, the Subway commercial scene
Yes.
is great. Talk about a
Hole
hole
in
in
one.
one.
Or, hey, you want to go to Sizzler after this? My treat.
Yeah, my treat, and he gets paid with shooters' money. That's so.
Yeah, I do. I definitely think that there's just a couple. You can't. You're getting to the point of like we just are going to mention the whole movie because
literally could go scene by scene. Is that good?
it's such a good movie. I think like you can't. It's not even like annoying. It's like yes, that scene
If
is
you've
also
seen it,
dope.
yes.
I fucking love
It's
that.
amazing.
But my God, what a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, just so much shit. I might honestly, this might be one of the first ones that I rewatch again,
Oh, I'm going to watch it again
like
tonight.
in the next like 2 days. But
I could ditch anytime. It's always good.
all right, so moving on from quotes here. Let's hit real quick. What kind of sequels, prequels? What would you like to spin-offs? What would you like to see out of this? I'll let one of you guys go first.
Give me a Shooter McGavin movie.
Yeah,
Let's go.
shocker.
Give me Shooter's the best, man. He could have his own movie and it would be just as funny, I think. I mean, Adam Sandler wouldn't have to be in it. I mean, I would love him to be in it.
Right.
But I think, honestly, you could have just whoever and, like, him and, trying to recover his career after he did that shit with Happy. Maybe he's doing like amateur shit, and then he starts to come back on, and I don't know, whatever.
The rise of Shooter again or
something like that.
Resurrection,
or maybe a movie where him and Happy have to work together, put their differences aside for some common goal or something, where it benefits both. I don't know, maybe like a 2-on-2 turn, like a team tournament or something.
Oh,
where
like
they gotta
a pro-am where they have to work together.
Where they got to work together. I don't know, like anything like that. I think would be great.
I got mine. I want Chubbs Peterson, specifically the day he loses his
The
hand.
prequel.
I want to see like an hour flick. It doesn't have to be much, but the straight tournament and like add a bunch of comedic dudes around him or something like that. That'd be fun.
Yes.
I don't know.
What do you got, Serge?
I
know we didn't preface you to this.
That's
but
fine. No, I was thinking more of like a prequel.
Okay,
right?
what you got?
When you got to think when Happy's like growing up his hockey days, right?
Okay,
he's like trying to
yeah.
become a hockey star. And he's never making it.
Exactly.
I don't know. I could see that being pretty hilarious.
I could just watch a movie Happy Gilmore doing those odd jobs in the beginning where he's just humping everybody with the cone and the gas tank, everything.
Do you know professionals do the Happy Gilmore shot now? I think everyone at some point or another has done it. Like there's videos out there.
I can't believe Adam Sandler can actually do that shot. It's crazy.
And he actually pissed on it too in that one YouTube.
Like I can't believe
Wait,
that.
he can actually do
Yeah,
that?
he
he
did
can
it like
actually
a few
hit
years
the-
ago. He redid it, and he still did well.
And that was when Bob Barker, it was a commercial. Bob Barker's in the hospital. Even then, he gets up from the hospital bed, starts beating his ass again.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bob. Okay.
Bobby boy.
Have your
got any watch?
pets and animals spayed and neutered. You know.
Let's make a deal. It's The Price is Right, Happy. All right. So I would like to see Happy in the next couple of years as he's getting notoriety, but I really want them to expand on the wildness of like the atmosphere that he creates. So like the fact that his fans are fucking bringing beer bongs and shit like that. That's the type of golf league. Like, how is this not a $1 billion idea?
So you're saying like a basketball but with golf, but
Like kind of that's a loose interpretation,
yeah, like
but
not the same, but like like more like less like uptight and more loosey goosey.
I think it's more heavily on the fact that like it's an atmosphere for like
That's
people,
like the waste management tournament. People
No.
nuts.
But I'm saying those like the encouragement of like shouting, like they're playing like, hey, this should be like a stadium. People
like
are going
maybe
rowdy.
They have music playing while you play
music
golf.
playing.
Yeah,
You have a
drinking.
band, after.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, again, not so much
the
like
turn.
not so much like dependent on drinking, but just more like on fun. Like, hey, we're fucking here to have fun, whatever it is.
I think people will watch it too. People like that.
Like you can do a celebration fucking in front of the fans or be like, oh, what's up, dude?
Especially if it's
Hey,
like celebrities who are actually good at golf, like that one year they had the Charles Barkley and Peyton Manning, Tom Brady thing.
Yeah.
People love that shit.
Right. Also, just
Allen
quick
Mahomes.
mention. Charles Barkley
he's
off
gonna
the
be
air.
done, yeah.
Thank fucking God.
You're the worst. That's the worst take ever. Fucking the most entertaining.
Wait, he's gone from TNT?
after
He's-
because TNT
he's
lost
not-
the rights.
he's
so
not
gonna-
broadcasting
he doesn't want to work for anybody else.
Wow.
Good
Woj is a
riddance.
fucking Shaq lover and a
Yeah, I know.
Barkley hater. For some
Barkley
reason.
sucks.
Shaq is the worst piece.
All right,
No,
I'm not
wait,
saying.
whoa. Pump the brakes on both y'all.
I mean, they're good together, but if you're gonna, how can you pick him over?
You're
I'm
him?
not
talking
gonna say
strictly talking, being a broadcaster, right? Or not
talking
even really
overall
broadcaster.
everything.
I'm talking
analyst?
overall,
His entertainment, his
everything.
knowledge.
To me,
Even
it's
sports?
to me it's Shaq over Charles for sure.
No way.
Wow.
All right, let's weigh in, Serge. Real quick, shout out to
Horrible
Kenny. Got to fuck
take.
one, marry
I
one,
mean,
kill
Charles
one.
Barkley is way better than Shaq, at least
Thank
on
you.
TNT.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Shaq's not.
The
Shaq
door's
talks
over
like
there.
this.
There is no show
I'm
without
kidding.
him. There's no
talk-
show
let me
without
talk.
him.
Shaq's a big guy, but
Yeah.
he has goofy.
He
Yeah.
just talks like this. He just goes, Charles, you shut up, Charles.
He's always sensitive about it. And he always to be like, "You never won a ring, Chuck. You
Yeah,
never won a ring, Chuck."
It's the only argument he needs, though.
That's
That's
true.
it.
That's true.
Boom.
That's
In your
He
face,
also played with
bitch.
Kobe Bryant, one of the best, greatest players of all time.
Okay, well, you're
and
yelling.
Phil
You're
Jackson, one of the
yelling.
greatest coaches of all time.
I don't give a
and then he
fuck.
played with Dwayne Wade, one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. I mean, I'm saying Shaq is one of the greatest of all time as well.
You are okay.
But Charles
Oh,
Barkley
yeah.
Take it down a notch. Take it down a
didn't
notch.
play with nobody like that in his whole career. He was always the man
Okay, well,
until he went to Houston.
dude.
maybe,
Shaq
at the end.
in its
it's
own
fine.
right.
Let's just
is
agree to
all right.
disagree
Yeah.
on the
I mean,
commentators.
I did have Charles Barkley Suns jersey. So
Fuck
pretty
yeah,
cool.
that's dope.
That is pretty dope.
the black one with like the sun.
Oh, was
That
it
was
their
great.
alternate or something?
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
that?
it's like their alternate.
All right, real quick, let's go through a quick little bit of. And sorry, before we jump out of the sequel prequels, they are doing a Happy Gilmore 2. in my eyes, I got real low expectations.
Yeah,
for it.
anytime
he did it too late after the initial one.
Exactly. Anytime a sequel comes out like over 10 years later, it's really hit or miss.
Okay, but here's the question: is this movie coming out in the theater or streamed?
Probably,
because if it's being streamed, then it seems not as good.
Yeah.
I feel like, right? I want to go see Happy Gilmore 2 at the theater,
I mean,
right?
it depends. I feel like if it's on Netflix, then maybe your expectations are lower, so maybe actually it'll seem better. But if you go to the theater and see it,
you're right. You ended up maybe having
damn, that kind of sucked. That should have been a streaming movie.
I'm curious what the plot's going to be. I'm curious at what's the timeline plot. That they're
again,
we
can only really speculate.
As long as Adam Sandler doesn't do dumb shit, which I don't think he will. Like when Adam Sandler, we said this before on the pod. Adam Sandler is himself, basically, a character, but not doing weird voices or things like
Little Nicky.
Yeah,
or
I would say as his whole character
Little Nicky.
to do it.
Actually, kind of like Little Nicky.
I love.
I like it too,
but that's a weird voice.
Yeah,
I Waterboy too, but I think Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy,
Yeah,
Billy
Wedding
Madison.
Singer, Billy Madison.
Yeah.
You're saying doing the voice as your whole character. Adam Sandler's wheelhouse is obviously when he is talking normally and then can add in those additional.
Because he's funny, he
voices.
gets angry and he has all the inflections in his voice.
Right.
He's just a naturally funny guy.
Okay, so let's run through again just a couple of quick others nitpicks. I'm kind of in. These.
I got one.
All right, so I'm gonna do others kind of first. So in the first scene, the guy he checks isn't wearing a helmet, and everybody else is. It's just
Maybe he hit him so hard it fell off.
It could be. I also just put, I don't know, I mean, I know why, but Terry is so hot, his first girlfriend.
Yeah.
Just put it down. It's like,
pretty
okay,
hot.
good stuff. And then also, Joe Sakic actually is in the opening tryout scene, if you guys didn't know that.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Sakic.
one of
look
the
at Woj doing
not know
research.
that.
Look
the
at
hockey
that.
players. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty sick.
That is pretty awesome.
Okay, so I just have to say that nitpicks, let's kind of jump into those, okay? My first one is, how does Happy Gilmore hit an iron shot?
I was thinking that too.
I don't
Like
think
if he's
they've
on
ever.
if he's on a part 3 or something.
Well, at the angle of the club, you could give him an 88-degree club. He could do a full
it's
swing
true.
and it'll only go 20 yards.
I feel like they gave him a couple shots, but it's obviously predominantly a driver and then putting.
Yeah.
I just think that there's a weird kind of thing of that type of swing. How do you hit it 60 yards with that type of swing?
I was thinking too,
Flatten it out, I guess.
even on those, he's hitting it 400 plus. Where he's on a hole that's only 300 yards. Does he take a little? He never seems to take a little off.
No,
Doesn't he just pull out his 4-iron at that point?
I guess he just
or,
pulls up
3
probably a
wood?
lesser club. That's true for that. But Woj said though, or the part 3s, I don't know, he's crushing it.
Yeah, it's tough to kind of dial back a fucking Happy Gilmore swing,
Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
a
somebody
fair
else
point.
got a
I got
Nicky
one.
Pitts?
I got
Sorry,
one.
buddy.
They're in the final tournament, obviously leading up to the end of the movie. But he takes, I want to say 5 or 6
this is
different
mine
swings.
Too, yes.
At the ball, which is in the deep rough. It kicks
Yes.
across the water and then goes somewhere else. But
He's
I'm
Dunzo.
I was like, dude, right there, your score is going to be a 9.
There's no way he could come back. It's ridiculous.
And I think even on the scoreboard, it only moved from a -4 to a -3
yeah,
or something.
He one shot. He's like, I don't think it's over yet, McGavin's like, dude, you're probably down 12 strokes. And,
The way I look at it, we've only just begun.
unless shooter really shits the bed, really shits the bed.
Which he wouldn't.
No, that's the other thing. Not to say that he wouldn't kerplunk it into the water on a par 3, but I guess it's not a picking it. I don't see him.
That was
missing.
mine too. That's
Right.
the only logistical. I don't see how he's gonna win the tournament with that many.
I like that his dude's showering or bathing in the
Oh,
pond.
Can we also have one other homeless about the homeless note? I love how he picks the quarter up for the ball marker, and then later the cracker and he eats it. Yeah, hilarious. And
He just picks up a homeless guy's
Foraging.
candy.
And he shampoos in the pond. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Serge, any picky nits?
Man, I've been trying to think about it, but I don't think so. For me, I don't think so. But how long did it take the grandma to tell him that Ben Stiller was
Yeah, that kind of seems a little odd. If,
Right?
if
It's
he's that over
he's-
the top.
He's always there. It's why didn't he
I
say
think there's deleted scenes too where he throws him out of the thing like he did with the,
There
the
is.
IRS
I think
guy.
there is. I
Yeah.
remember
Definitely
that.
is,
He
yeah.
did what? He's like, don't worry, I'll talk to him real quick.
Yeah.
And then you see in the background, he goes flying out.
They
of
should have
this.
kept that in.
That would have been best.
First of all, you get another Stiller scene, which is great. Second of all, you get the resolution of that plot line.
Right. Because that's a good point.
I
Good
totally
point.
agree.
Yep.
All right. The only other one I have is why is Shooter McGavin in the disciplinary hearing? For Happy
I had that
Gilmore?
too. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, why is he in there with Doug and
Shouldn't-
Happy?
Definitely should not be there. I could think maybe he would be the players' association guy, but even then, it's a stretch.
How about also, how the hell is a Volkswagen Beetle get on the course and nobody stopped him?
I mean, and then also we have to mention, obviously, in the last scene, the Beetle that he's mentioning, he hits Happy Gilmore, and then it drives into the scaffolding thing, and then it falls in the thing. It's like the number one thing that they say is like, one, they would clean it up, and then he could putt. Like it
they say play it as it lies in the movie. That's the whole thing.
They wouldn't say play it as it lies. And then second one off of Frankenstein's fat foot, Mr. Larson.
Yeah.
You would move it if it struck somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
Doug.
Yeah. So I mean, there are parts like that, but again, movie magic. We kind of tribute Surge. We kind of tribute that type of stuff to just you got to make a movie.
Also, we've talked about in the past. Comedies, you don't have as many picking nits because it's a comedy. You don't
let it be funny.
Seriously.
Yeah,
like,
you're not going to be like PGA rules.
Don't overthink it.
Right.
You know, it's common shit.
All right, so I think we have sufficiently done Happy Gilmore. Gents, do you agree?
I loved it.
Man,
Thank you.
Yes, it was thorough.
All I'm gonna say is fucking great day, great movie review.
Yes.
Great guest over there to the side. All right, we're gonna finish it up. We're gonna do a grading of it. I will start and then own it, rent it, stream it, Surge. So I will start off with a solid 9.4. I think Happy Gilmore's for sure up there. I just also think that there could be
improvement.
In more of the fact of like Happy Gilmore and then some of the other Adam Sandler movies to me are like neck and neck. Some other ones I think are going to edge that. I don't know if I really have an Adam Sandler movie that's like, this is a 10 out of 10, perfect movie, one of my favorite ever. I think they're all kind of in that 9 register. And then obviously I do own it. So, that's what it is. Yeah. All right. Who's next?
Me or you, Bobby?
Go ahead and rock it out.
All right. So like Woj said, I forgot what you just said. Anyway, I own it.
Like Woj said, oh shit, I forgot.
He had a good point, and then I'm like, I like what
Cocaine's
Woj
a hell of a drug.
I like what Woj is saying, and then I fucking totally forgot. Oh, yeah, you were saying if this is, I don't know if this is
sorry, folks.
Sorry, you were saying I don't know if this is a 10 or whatever. I always said it, and I've said before, I did The Wedding Singer earlier for a pod.
Right.
This and The Wedding
Singer. You
Singer.
gave it like a 9.8.
Would be my favorite. So I'm going to give it the same grade, 9.8.
Okay.
I own it. I have it on VHS and DVD. Again,
gotcha.
This is like, if an Adam, you're going to watch, if someone says, what Adam Sandler movie should I watch? He's going to be this or Wedding Singer.
I got Serge. Quick question. Does Blu-ray and DVD matter? Like upgrading to a Blu-ray, does that have any impact? Does it have any impact on your viewing experience?
100% upgrading to Blu-ray.
Oh my God! Okay, I was nervous for this guy's response because I'm like, it doesn't make much of a difference.
Not a goddamn difference. But
Yeah,
It
thank
definitely
you.
does.
All right,
Okay.
sorry.
I mean, it also depends on what. Are you talking about specific to Happy Gilmore or just
in
any
general,
movie?
like if you have a DVD and you get a
trying to
Blu-
land a plane here.
For Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore, maybe not, but for other movies, yes.
Okay.
So what?
My
grading?
ranking 9.6. Great movie. A few items, that could be addressed, but funny as hell. Funny as hell. I'm gonna probably rewatch it.
Okay.
Surge.
I would give it. Okay, when I'm doing this, I have to compare Adam Sandler to all his other movies.
Okay, I like the
He has
explanation.
several hilarious movies. I would say Happy Gilmore has to be at least within top 5, if not maybe top 3.
Top 3.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I
Okay,
agree.
so if you're gonna go there, it has to be like a 9.7.
Yeah.
I would think.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Happy
Great.
Gilmore is hilarious. It's
Exactly.
one of those movies that you watch and every scene is hilarious.
Yeah.
Every moment of the
Again,
movie is
as we
hilarious.
went through the pod, we basically fucking mentioned every goddamn scene almost.
Right.
Except All right,
so
for the
what-
girlfriend not dying on impact.
I would say also it's pretty much a comparison. If you're doing a not in the 9s, you probably own it. If not, you would highly recommend owning it, right?
Yeah, I mean owning it.
I mean, you can stream it now, but if you like have it downloaded and all that shit, like, hey, I can watch it whenever. That's kind of where I'm at. All right, so Ryan, you have the next movie, correct?
I do.
All right, tease it for next time, homie.
Okay. Is Surge coming back or no?
Well, again,
Possibility.
we're gonna do it with an unknownness on that. We're gonna figure it out right after we fucking click this off. So
All right.
you have to do it regardless, and then if he ends up being there, great.
Well, see, here's a movie I like, but I think it's going to violate your rules. So I don't know if you're going to let me do it.
What rule? What the
That the sequel, you can do the first one.
Well,
before the
we will say the name of it, and then we will vote on it.
sequel. I want to do Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2 before Bad Boys 1. All
Yeah.
right, you guys are all in favor.
I'm in favor of that. I love Bad Boys
Okay.
I
too.
love Bad Boys too.
all right, we will do Bad Boys
Better
2
than the first.
on the
All right.
only stipulation that we also discuss Bad Boys 1.
Sure, I'll bring it up.
Initially.
I'll have the research. I just watched them.
Doctor,
Doctor.
Man,
doctor, give me some.
There it
we go.
is.
All right, that's a good way to end. Bad Boys 2 coming up next. We got Outcast Stankonia as the album review. Serge, we're hoping that you're going to get back next, but again, you'll be back in the future. Again, great podcast, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
it's great.
Fuck yeah, dude. For the Journeymen Lounge Podcast, I am Woj.
I'm Bobby.
I'm Ryan.
Serge
in the house. And we will talk to y'all next week.
Take care, folks.
Peace.
Love you.